Hi guys. So in this video, I'm gonna delve into my experiences living with Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's is on the autism spectrum. Um, my experiences of it thus far um, stem from being a child right through. As a child, um, if I didn't know every minute detail of what we were doing and where we were going, there was no way you were getting me out of the house. Um, a prime example, my foster mum, she used to try and take me out places out in the Forest of Dean, in Gloucestershire, where I'm from. Um, Places she knew I'd love, but yet, because I'd never been there before or I didn't know where we were going, I would create Mary hell and try refusing to go, and it literally right up until the point where we got to wherever we were going, I'd be kicking off. Um, a lot of it's anxieties. Anxieties are a big thing with me and my Asperger's. Um, Growing up, um, I've had to find ways of dealing with it. Um, one of which has been through a hobby. Um, my hobby is making music. Um, I'm, I'm an amateur, but I've played in bands for the last 15 years or more, playing all over the country. And that was really my way of overcoming my fears. My biggest fear being, being the fear of the unknown, the fear of places that I've never been, things like that. Now, I know a lot of people have the feeling of the fear of unknown. It's quite a common fear. Um, if you multiply any fear you would have normally, and then multiply that by, I don't know, 100,000 easily, then you get to what it's like for someone like myself to comprehend. Um, so as part of my hobby, I would travel to these different places, um, Newcastle and Blackpool and Luton and all over the country really. And it was difficult. But what I used to do is I would prepare myself for it, because I know months in advance that I would have to make these journeys. So what I would do is I always used to keep, I still do to this day, I still keep an up to date roadmap in the house, and I look at where we're going, how we're going to get there, etc., etc. And it was still nerve wracking, but it was manageable. We'd go there, we'd do the gig, and that's another thing as well. We're doing the gigs as well. For that hour and a half that I'm on stage, I'm somebody else. I'm not myself. I'm not that little bloke from Gloucester that is scared of his own shadow, as it were. I'm I'm someone else completely. So that kind of helped me deal with the bigger issue, which was the travelling to somewhere new. And the fact I was travelling there for something, and I knew what I was travelling there for, to do and experience something that I truly love, my music. I never took lessons in music. I learned I taught myself I play by ear. You know, it's a known fact that there are certain things that people on the autistic spectrum, and you know, aspergers in my case, um, we kind of find we kind of have a niche, and I suppose in a way, to a certain degree, music is a niche. But in combating my fears, navigation and map reading and so on and so forth, remembering places. You know, I could go there once and I could drive you there 6 months later. In fact, I proved that to the wife the other day. We went off on a road trip within our county, and the last time I've been there was about five years ago. Drove down there, drove back, no maps, no sat nav, because I remembered where I was going. And I've picked up a sense of direction because of it. So it has its pluses as well. But the one thing in particular with Asperger's that I find is dealing with changes. I just can't do it. For some reason, my brain can't process it. And that's what Asperger's syndrome is. It is a processing disorder. The brain can't process things exactly the same way as the normal human brain. For example, when changes are implemented at work, that if they don't make immediate sense to me, I'll have a complete and utter meltdown. Even when I get to grips with the system, it still takes me months sometimes to properly get on board with it and process it. When we're bringing a system that goes completely against everything you believe just to do the job, well, your brain goes into meltdown. And yeah, okay, to a certain extent, you know, everybody, you know, they have the same problem. I mean, where I work, we all feel the same way about the same thing, without going into too much detail. But my brain just can't compute it properly. It's like they're out to get me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's like, you know, I hit a brick wall, like my brain clouds over, I can't see straight, and it's like, nah, this ain't right, no. My brain's going, you ain't bloody doing that, you ain't doing that at all. It takes a bit of coaching to get me to the point where I can deal with it. I'm only just really learning on how to deal with Asperger's syndrome myself. It's a tough one, but hopefully as I get the answers, I can share those answers with you. And going forward, we can strive for a better mental health for us blokes. So I'm going to leave it there and stress the importance of talking, as I do every time. It's important to talk. Get things off your chest and stop bottling things up. So if you like the content within these videos, please like and subscribe. and let's together work towards a better understanding of men's mental health from a man's point of view. And let's end the stigma of dealing with it the right way. So yeah, it is time to man up. Face your demons. Get the help you need. Till next time, I'll see you later. Cheers, man.